The loadout for today's hunt is one of my favorites that we've ever made, and it really all started by unlocking the 338 Championship Edition here on Parque Fernando, so unfortunately, we don't get to start with that. We have the 6.5 Rayo to drop a red deer, and for those of you that are familiar with both of those weapons, you might know kind of where we're going with this. We have a loadout consisting of 4 weapons, all mission rewards, and it allows us to cover all animal classes from 1 to 9. So of course we have the 6.5 Rayo here for animals classes 4 to 8, the 338 Championship for classes 7 to 9, we have the 44 Gaucho, which is also from Parque Fernando for classes 3 to 7, and then with some kind of clever use of ammo, we can cover classes 1 and 2 with Grankin Shotgun by using Birdshot for class 1 and Buckshot for class 2. So those 4 weapons will allow us to cover all those classes, and I think that's really cool. With 4 weapons that we're able to unlock kind of as premium variations through missions and challenges, we can hunt any animal in the game. So, of course, starting with a rather small level 6 red deer, but it just seemed appropriate to start here on Parque. 2 of the weapons did come from this map, and I think it's a good map as well because we do have a class 1 animal in Cinnamon Teal, and we have a class 9 animal in Water Buffalo, so it kind of allows us to use all the weapons while we're here. I can't help but want to shoot every level 2 red deer stag I see, even when it is next to a good size 7, and 14 to 60 estimate. I just can't imagine the level 1s exist. We talked about this in yesterday's video. I think level 2 is the minimum for red deer stags, so if this guy slows down, I really wouldn't want to take a trotting shot with the 6.5. It's kind of underpowered enough, but when we can be pretty confident that we can get a vital hit, I'm pretty sure we're going to be all good, and that's a shot I'm willing to take. So, second level 2 red deer stag in as many days, 52 trophy rating. I want to say minimum weight for red deer stags is 160. I'm almost sure that was the case from back in the day with legacy racks. You could tell a lot easier when you got like the minimum score and stuff, so I gotta think level 2 is the minimum. If you guys have ever shot a level 1 red stag like since true racks, let me know in the comments because I am curious if they exist. But looking at that 52, I think that might be the smallest, or at least one of the smallest, that I've ever had. So, Hall of Shame for sure. And yeah, nice way to, I guess, get going with the 6.5. Man, that's gotta be one of, if not the highest, level 4 Axis Deer estimate I've ever seen. All the way up to 252. He's such a pain to actually even get spotted, but that's about the range we want for the 44. We're gonna try to go for like a heart shot, I think. I'd like him to go drink and then lift his head again. It seems to be a thing where they don't drink for very long, so I didn't want to risk that and end up hitting him like in the skull, but with his head up, I'm hoping... Did that actually not hit him? I think we dropped him that time. I have no idea what happened on the first shot. Now, we've seen the whole thing where animals get kind of like twitchy in their drinking animations. Maybe it was that. Especially not being zoomed in that much with the scope. It's hard to say, but I think we got him. I hope we didn't mess that up. 211 minimum, I think 217 is diamond for them. And diamond level 4 Axis Deer are a thing. And that was another reason actually I wanted to come to Parque Fernando and not a different map. Parque, I think, is the only map with multiple class 3 animals, and of course, having the 44 allows us to take those. Axis Deer and Black Buck are the 2 of them, and I got hosts. I wanted to make it Axis Deer drink time and take the opportunity to hunt them while they were drinking. And go figure, there was a pretty big one on this map, but I truly have no idea if we even shot the right one. I didn't see him running off, and I mean, even if we did, which that is him, I don't know if that's going to end up being in, like, the full metal. I don't know where we hit him or what even went down, but fingers crossed. He is actually a 211.8 gold. We hard shot him. But what happened the first time? I was really hopeful that was going to be a little bigger. Got huge brow tines on him, but, I mean, level 4, what can you really expect? That's just crazy, the size of those brow tines, but I'd love to know what happened. Maybe I'll put it in slow motion in the video and try to get a look, but nice sized Axis Deer nonetheless. It's just about par for the course, I would say. We would find this at night, and you can't see it now, but when we pull up the binoculars, that is very clearly a melanistic red deer hind, and while it is very cool, we still don't have a Mela stag, so it would have been just amazing had it had antlers, but obviously just going to be the hind here. But a 6.5 heart shot is going to take that down, and I really wasn't intending on featuring the 6.5 much in this video. I wanted to kind of go after water buffalo, axis deer, and black buck, and kind of stuff like that. Maybe cinnamon teal. I'm not so sure we're actually going to get to use crank and shotgun, but last time I said that we actually did get a cinnamon teal as well. But go figure. Shooting red deer once again, but this one is a pretty cool one. I keep forgetting. At some point they made it to where you can't have your light on and have the camera out, so that's a little unfortunate, but maybe we can kind of just screenshot it like that. And as I said, we've got a couple of these in the trophy lodge, but melanistic red deer in general are so rare. We're definitely going to tax that and maybe use it for another multi-mount somewhere in one of our trophy lodges, but pretty cool. First rare of this hunt with the kind of all mission weapon loadout, and I think actually, yeah, the host left on the way over there, so I'm probably going to make it morning and kind of hang out here. Maybe there's other good stuff waiting on us. And of course, no sooner than I said that, the connection to the multiplayer server got lost. I don't really understand how, as we had already gotten host, but we're back in another game and not host, but that does mean that it's not the ideal time necessarily for our target species, but we've got some axis deer resting here. If we can be really efficient, we might be able to get the buck and that piebald doe. Obviously, piebald axis aren't that rare, but we can hit him. Pretty sure we got the doe. What actually happened on the buck, though? Go figure. I guess that's kind of what we get for attempting that shot. I don't even know what's going on anymore. This happened so much on Friday's stream with whitetail. I kept on hitting them poorly and then making a drop shot on the run, so I guess maybe that's just the way to go about it sometimes. But that's Vital Blood. 185 scoring gold. First shot was, well, I don't know why it's highlighting that. I think it's supposed to be a front leg bone and it's highlighting the back one, but nowhere near reaching into the vitals. We're lucky we did get the gold, and then we managed to drop the piebald doe with just a double lung shot as she was standing there, but nice to get some more use out of the 44. It is kind of an odd time right now. It's about 1600. We might go off and look for water buffalo, actually. I think that's something we could still do despite the time being a little bit weird. Well, I guess regardless of the way it happens, whether the water buffalo find us or we find them, this will be a decent first one to go for. At least it is just a one charging. But hopefully that's going to be a vital hit with the 338. It seems to be. It is just a 5, so I don't mind taking that second shot. When it's like a potential diamond or rare or anything like that, I never take that second shot just in case the buffalo would like turn or lower its head different or something and end up with a skull hit, ruining the score. But to get him down a little quicker, I don't have a problem with that. But I think that's a pretty much prime example of why I think it's a good species to go after at this time. If you don't see them just resting right by the water, which I'm sure we'll see a couple of those, they might just find you and charge you and give you a shot. I don't know if he heard that shot or maybe if we spooked him on our way down here, but that is a much better looking water buffalo. It is just kind of nervously walking away, so I'm hoping that we got that lead about right. It felt like a little bit high, so I'm a little worried about that, but it would have been a single lung and the health is dropping about the rate I would expect, especially with a polymer tip round. I think we probably did get him, and again, we don't really get to see one resting by the water in that case, but just kind of right by the water, despite the fact that they aren't drinking, we're able to just take another nice water buffalo. He really did cover some distance there, but we got him down. It was a right lung shot at about 296 meters. It's a good thing their lungs are as big as they are, because I feel like we were pretty up high in the lung, but it's about 14 shy of diamond, and I mean, a good looking buffalo. I'm hoping we can continue to see some decent ones as we go up through here, but definitely not bad. One that was just nervous from either that initial shot or us just getting down here. Now this is just absurd. We've got a level 3 cinnamon teal out here, well beyond anything we could hit with birdshot, and I'm in the process of trying to get like over to this point, because I think we can get close enough to actually make the shot. The problem is, there is not a level 3 cinnamon teal. There are 2 level 3 cinnamon teal in the same flock. I've never seen that before with cinnamon teal. I've seen them like at the same lake, but never in the same little flock like this. and it's the one time that we're carrying Crankin' Shotgun as our duck weapon. So one thing to be careful about here is that ducks will just decide to leave. I'm not sure exactly what does it, but they'll just leave regardless, so we can't take forever. And we also can't just run over there, because if we spook them, then we're really out of luck unless they decide to fly directly over us. So I want to scoot maybe actually to this point here, and then attempt to get them both. Like, it's a double barrel shotgun. Why that one's alert and that one's calm, I have no idea, but we better slow down. Like I said, if they leave, we're pretty much just out of luck here. But yeah, another probably 100 meters till we go around. We might have a chance. I mean, just what a weird circumstance to encounter this. It's a bit kind of conflicting. He is alert now. I think the move here is to run at them and kind of gain that extra bit of distance. Actually, it's coming our way. So that was an easy one. That is the other, going the other direction, and I'm not so sure we hit that. The odds that we get it now are not good, but, oh, never mind. I guess we can, what the heck? Is that gonna float back up? I guess so. This is just the weirdest double level 3 cinnamon teal situation I could ever have imagined. We missed that first shot and then just insta-dropped him at who knows how far the second time. First one is just a kind of, I would say, average size normal diamond 4.6 cinnamon teal. That is what the vast majority of them score. I guess we'll tax it. I mean, probably our first diamond like bird with Crankin' Shotgun. I think our only diamond with it was a mammal of some kind. I seem to recall at least using like the slugs or something like that, but then the other one was also a 4.6 diamond, 82 meters. It was one pellet that insta-dropped him, but I am curious and I want to go back to the Trophy Lodge just simply to show it. A lot of times, especially with animals like that, when there are two back-to-back, I had it with turkeys as well, I like to go to the Trophy Lodge and show that they do have at least a little bit of a different trophy rating, just to make it clear that they aren't the same animal. Now, when they're in the same flock, I think it's pretty obvious they're not duped, but I'll still go to the Trophy Lodge and show it, because I imagine they will be at least a 100th different. So I don't intend to place them, but I still wanted to actually open the Trophy Manager and see if we can actually get it to come up. 4.62 and 4.63 actually they were, just a minute apart on the harvesting. Then of course our melanistic red deer hind as well, but I mentioned having a couple. We have one here in the multi-mount already, so I don't really intend to place that in the main lodge either. We may place them in the second Trophy Lodge eventually. I'm not even sure as far as diamond cinnamon teal. We've taken down quite a few just recently actually on our goose hunt. We took down 2 other 4.6 diamond cinnamon teal from right up there, so I'm sure there's a bunch. We could place them, and we could do multi-mounts with the red deer as well, but like I said, that'll be sometime in the future. But anyway, pretty nice hunt out there on Parque. We got to use all the weapons. The last thing I ever could have imagined is that we would have shot 2 diamonds with Crankin' Shotgun out of all 4 of those weapons that we had, but that's just the way it goes sometimes, and I'm certainly not complaining. I think that was a pretty cool way to wrap up. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.